Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years
we're here.
We are here. I want to first start off in the most holy name of Allah, bearing witness that there is no God but Allah, Muhammad is his messenger. I would like to greet you all in the beautiful greeting words of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam, ma'am.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan
Kareem.
And still a happy Savior's Day.
Happy Savior's Day.
You.
Listen, we have a very impactful show today. And listen, this brother has been on the show, I mean, knocking the ball out of the park every time he steps on the stage. And it's going to be an honor, a privilege to talk about one of our favorite topics, right? And that's
Yes.
You know, and we're just, and this one here, I know every week I say this is going to be a really good show. So my suggestion to you is to definitely find somebody, have them like, share, get your popcorn. You know, we don't eat popcorn, but get your popcorn and
get your bean soup.
Get your bean soup.
Do your cash app.
And your cash app. Because after this, y'all gonna be like, encore. But without further ado, I would like to turn it over to my dear Sister Katrina. She will be actually reading.
Oh, something new. All right, go ahead.
She will be reading
I am so honored.
our ministry that we're going to be highlighting today. The floor is yours.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you so much, and happy Savior's Day as well. This is an honor and a privilege to be co-hosting with you all. So let me read what the Ministry of Spiritual Development is all about. And by the way, this is the second show in the relationship series. So stay tuned for more. So this ministry, the Spiritual Development Ministry, is the ministry bears responsibility for assisting the individual member of the community in the process of heeding truth and right guidance. Respect, honor, and obedience to the authority of the Creator in all aspects of life are essential to peace, harmony, freedom, justice, and equality. In the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, self-development is an absolute essential component of this microcosm of the new world. It is not enough that we grow horizontally through the acquisition of farms, factories, banks, industry, trade, and commerce, money, good homes. Horizontal growth alone is death. All dead things are on a horizontal level. Therefore, we must grow vertically, grow in uprightness, or we will be overcome by our horizontal growth. The foundation of this ministry are study, and training units designed on the guidance of Allah God to produce self-examination, self-analysis, self-correction, and to quicken in each of us the self-accusing spirit. For it is only when we are awakened morally that we have to face the self-accusing spirit that leads to our resurrection. All praises are due to Allah. This is from the letter of introduction of self-improvement, the basis of community development, December 12th, 1986. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
All right.
Oh, and I turn it over to Brother Mark to read the bio of our guest.
Thank you, Sister Katrina. In the name of Allah, the Omnipotent and Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. I too greet you in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Sir.
Our guest, student minister Willie Muhammad, is a native of New Orleans. He graduated from Walter L. Cohen High School and received his bachelor's degree in secondary education from Xavier University. He is married to Sister Michelle Muhammad, and they have two beautiful daughters, Nandi and Azire. Brother Willie Muhammad has served as student minister of Muhammad Mosque number 46 for nearly 20 years. He is a tireless, innovative champion to the cause of projecting positivity in his community. Brother Willie Muhammad is a gifted playwright. He received the August Wilson Award in his works such as A Forced Family Tradition, A Black Tragedy, and Color Me Dead have been performed. He was also a member of the Black Drama Club while attending Xavier University. He has been honored to be one of the fellows in the Dr. Norman Francis Leadership Program at Xavier University, with each fellow personally approved by Dr. Francis. He is presently teaching history and social studies on the secondary level at a local high school in New Orleans. He founded and hosts the online show I Have a Testimony, which chronicles the lives and wisdom of such individuals as Rock Newman, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, Dougie Fresh, Father Flager, and many others. This successful program has become nationally recognized as a collection of contemporary historical facts rarely known to the broader public. Brother Willie Muhammad has contributed voiceover work for a hip-hop album produced by New Orleans jazz musician Irvin Mayfield titled Supreme Beings. He has developed and spearheaded a conflict resolution program, allowing him to present and conduct training in over 25 cities, in addition to traveling extensively to share conflict resolution strategies. He has also traveled to cities conducting workshops on how to study effectively and workshops focused on marriage and courtship. He remains continually active in New Orleans, building and strengthening relationships to benefit and educate citizens. His outreach program, Friendships in All Walks of Life, including Big Chief Tyrone Casby of the Mohawk Hunters Mardi Gras Indians. He was recently honored by the Shriners of the Masonic Lodge of New Orleans, the Oriental Lodge, where he became the first ever honorary lecturer. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, Brother Willie Muhammad was instrumental in helping the community survive and overcome the challenges presented by this monumental event. He worked with other art activists who fought to see justice in the case of the law enforcement officers who injured and murdered a family on the Danziger Bridge. Brother Willie Muhammad also served on the advisory board for the first female mayor of New Orleans, Mayor Latanya Cantrell. He is also He is also the creator of Make It Plain, a Nation of Islam themed taboo style educational game. Make It Plain is designed to help participants grow in their understanding of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the work of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. By using engaging clues and group interaction, the game builds knowledge, encourages dialogue, and fosters unity in a fun and interactive way. In addition to his community work, Mr. Muhammad is an author, and his books can be purchased on Amazon. Brother Willie Muhammad is available for interviews, community development, consultation, and lectures. He enjoys working in the arts with musicians and actors. However, his first love is to the youth. He strongly believes that the success of any future endeavor truly belongs to them. Welcome back to Thursday Night Talks. Our dear brother, Minister Willie Muhammad.
Here's our brother.
All praises due to Allah. I didn't know you was gonna read that whole thing.
Well, listen, you deserve it, brother minister.
You send it.
Did all that work. Exactly.
All praises due to Allah.
Praise to Allah.
Thank you all.
Brother. Welcome, dear brother.
Thank
So
you.
guess what I happen to have in my hands right now?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So I thought we'd yeah, that's a little bit of make it plain. So I thought we would start the show off today to see who can get the most points. And the audience, please type your answer in and get these points because Brother Mark said he getting all the points today, just so y'all know. So let's just do a couple of these as an icebreaker. And then, Brother Student Minister Willie, you can't answer any of these since you're the creator of the game.
The game creator.
The game creator. I'm sorry.
Brother
But you
Mark
can
is
maybe
gonna represent well though.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, but you can give us inspiration. Okay, so the first one. And if you can explain, Brother Student Minister Willie, before I do this clue, the rules are
so basically
I can't read any of the words on the opposite side.
Right.
And he also includes a little hourglass. And so technically, the way this works is I'm supposed to turn over the hourglass and they have to figure it out within that amount of time.
Right.
And then there's supposed to be teams.
Yes.
Right? Okay, but for the purpose of this, we're all unified. We're on one team. So we'll just see who gets points.
I
Is that
stand
okay?
alone, don't need anyone.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it over, but I think you all are going to get this one real fast. Okay, turn it over. Ready? This person was interviewed in a book called Closing the Gap. Who is this person?
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Bingo. Okay, number 2.
I said it first.
I
said it before Brother Mark.
No, you didn't.
This show
Yes, I did.
is a series about something, and we would like the goal potentially from the show to create more of these. What is that?
Marriage.
Okay, so you're in the vicinity.
The time and what must be done?
No.
You said show?
So this show right here is a series, right? We're on the second show of the series.
Relationship.
Okay, but what's another thing that those of us in the Nation of Islam do before
Courtship
and marriage?
Courtship. Courtship.
I said it before Brother Mark.
That was me.
I said it before Brother Mark.
Well, I don't know. The scorekeeper is, Brother Minister
Willie.
He gets the last say. Okay, so this one, we'll do one more, and then we'll get.
Brother Mark got 0. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll do one more, and the audience, you all don't see anybody answering these questions. The audience, you can jump in. It's like double dutch. You can jump in.
Tell us that Brother Mark was first too. Go ahead.
Okay, so here we go. This is somewhere we all traveled, and it was like the best event.
Detroit.
Savior's Day.
Savior's Day.
Brother Mark just said Detroit. I said Savior's Day.
Holiday of Atonement.
And it was a stage with lots of people speaking. They said it was 1 million, but actually it was 2 million. It was what?
Millions more movement.
And so
I said Million Man March.
Boom. Million Man March. That's it.
I said
I won again, Brother Mark.
I said that way before.
And these were the words that I couldn't say.
I win, Brother Mark.
Check the tape after this show. Check the tape.
So I'll stop right there, but you all can see the audience how fun this game is. You need to get it. I gave some out as look, wait a minute, someone wrote Million Man Mark. Okay, Kyria.
Kyria. You heard Brother Mark give the clues first, put that in the chat.
But let me tell you, this game is so much fun. I gave it to a sister as a Savior's Day gift. She said her children commandeered the game and they were playing it every day. They absolutely loved it. So you got a winner. You have a winner. Student Minister Willie, good job, you and your wife on this game. It really is a beautiful product. Can you tell everyone where they can get the game before we jump into the question?
What they can do is, first, thank you all for purchasing the game. Thank you for playing the game, and thank you for all of your encouragement. They can reach out to me on social media, and that's how they'll be able to get the game.
Okay.
I'll send them the information that they need.
And on social media, you're just under your name, right?
Yeah,
Brother Willie Muhammad.
Brother Willie Muhammad on
We heard
Facebook.
Brother Mark.
Willie Muhammad on Facebook, and Brother _Willie on Instagram.
On Instagram. Look at Brother Mark trying to get his points while you're talking. You see,
I told y'all.
Y'all are some competitive, righteous, competitive folks. I love it.
Keep the comments coming in. They heard Brother Mark. Keep it coming.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Yolanda. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to, I think, Sister Kalila for our question section. Thank you all for participating.
Thank you. I love that that actual icebreaker. It was very fun. It gives me even more, ammunition to ask these questions, because again, these questions are going to be really near and dear, I know, to my heart, and I hope that you all, again, please share this, podcast with a friend. Please get on. Ooh, I don't know what that is. But here we go.
That was in my house, y'all. Please forgive.
So
a live show, right?
Right. So this is the first question, Minister Willie. What are the consequences for not asking the difficult questions and the important questions in a courtship?
That's great. And once again, thank you all for the opportunity to be on the show. And when I saw the title, and I'm not just saying this because our sister was here, I immediately thought about her book, Sister Katrina's book.
Oh, thank you.
And I had the opportunity to interview her and look through a sample of some of the questions. And I would encourage all of those who are talking about the courtship to really get that book, because she really, if we're too afraid to ask the questions come up with the questions in the book, they're the questions that we can ask. And going to your question is that, the consequence of not asking the questions that need to be asked is that you end up getting something that you didn't bargain for, that you didn't want. Like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talked about how in the word courtship, there's the word court, right? So imagine if you go to court and your defense attorney is too afraid to ask the questions for cross-examination that can really benefit you. So if that doesn't happen, then there's the opportunity, there's a great possibility you're going to end up going to jail. Same thing as it relates to if you go to a doctor, and this doctor is their job is to try to see what's ailing us, and they don't want to ask the tough questions, right? It's not going to work out it's not going to be beneficial for us.
That's right.
Jesus be to Allah. Yes,
well
sir.
Said.
I like that question. Straight to the point. Make it plain.
Make it plain.
Brother Tony, your turn.
My turn.
Your turn.
Willie, you hinted a bit on this. Courtship. What exactly is courtship, and how different is it from dating? Is courtship only reserved for Muslims or registered members of the Nation of Islam?
That's a good question. Courtship is the formal process within the Nation of Islam where those who are interested in one another, or brother or sister, where this is the process that will allow them to find out about each other for the purpose of saying, is this person a suitable spouse, right? One of the differences and the benefits of courtship outside of dating, if you're on social media, you see many people complain about this. And in fact, I was watching a TV show recently, and one of the things that the woman character was complaining about that she was in a relationship with this gentleman for 7 years and he had not married her. That's one of the benefits of courtship, is that there's a deadline, there's an end game. It's not just on a marathon. Like, we're not just going to court for 10 years and determine if we want to marry, right? And I think that for some people, that's frightening, you know, because most people come out of a world where you can actually be involved in a relationship with somebody and either intentionally not discuss the end game or the end goal, or just keep, you know, leading them on. Okay, we're gonna date for 5 years or 6 years. I'm gonna engage. I'm gonna propose to you, and then they end up being a fiance for another 5 more years. So courtship is not like that. Each person goes in, and with courtship, people should not go into it if they don't have any plans of getting married. It's really for those who have a desire and an intention to get married.
Amen.
And for those who do not have a desire to get married in truth, then you really shouldn't get involved in a courtship.
Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Excellent.
I love that.
Yes.
Brother Minister, really quick question for you. May not be too quick, but anyway, the minister stated that what causes divorce is a divide or lack of connection to Allah. What spiritual questions should be asked in a courtship, and why are those questions more important than questions on other topics such as finance, family, friends, etc.? You mentioned my book, and I do have some spiritual questions in there, but I am not a student minister, and nor have I ever done a premarital counseling class with couples who are getting married. But our student ministers in the nation do that all the time. So what spiritual questions have you asked couples, and that you believe couples should discuss amongst themselves to help confirm if they have that connection and they're locked in with Allah, Master Farah Muhammad?
I think, and this leads into another point that I wanted to mention about courtship, that we should not go into it assuming. Because sometimes people will see somebody because they go to FOI class, or they go to MGT class, or they attend the mosque meetings, or they have a uniform on, or they're a lieutenant or whatever. Some people kind of assume that they already believe a certain thing. So I would tell people, don't assume anything. Ask them. Don't assume or they believe in Master Farah Muhammad. They don't have any issues with God being our belief that God exists in the physical form. They don't have any issues about how to eat to live or prayer. No, all of those things that we believe in, we need to ask, right? And then in addition to asking, then we need to begin to start looking to see if there's any tangible things that verify their responses. Because, you know, sometimes you begin to start having people where they're in the marriage, and sometimes the marriage begins to dissolve. Sometimes some of those marriages dissolve because one person may have just fallen out of faith. And they may not say that, and they may bring up all of these other different things. This is this, this is this. But then you don't see them anymore. So like, okay, you went through a divorce, so why you stop coming out?
Right.
So it had to also deal with something that deals with faith as well. So I would encourage that don't assume anything. Don't assume. Ask the questions.
Thank you. That was excellent. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, Brother Minister.
Brother Mark.
Man, look, I'm going to go straight to the point here with this question here. You know, what should a brother know about a sister before requesting her for courtship?
You know, that's I think when ultimately it's going to come down to everybody's personal decision.
Yes, sir.
But like, I've talked to some people, and some of the stuff that they felt that they needed to know before they put in a request for a sister, to me, it was more the stuff that they wanted to know was information that you find out in a courtship. You know, like some people may say, well, I need to know how many previous relationships you was in. Like why was some sister or brother who you're not in the courtship would just tell you that, right? And I think that, like, sometimes a personal belief that I have, I think sometimes that we make it a little bit more difficult than it is. Like, you for the most part, you know when you're interested in somebody.
Right.
Like, think about prior to Islam. How much did people really need to know before they approached this brother or this sister?
Exactly.
They didn't ask nearly none of those questions that they be wanting to ask a brother or a sister before they get into a courtship.
That's right.
Now you should know there's some basic stuff. Is she active? Is he active? Get a general idea of their commitment level, right? And this is one of the benefits of taking advantage of those socials that we have. Like when you get together, go into those social settings, and also like I say this as it relates to social media. You know, we're often told that be careful what you put on social media because the enemy can form a profile of you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If the enemy can form a personality profile of one of us, then how can we get some sense of a person's personality from looking at their social media behavior? Like if I ask you this question right now, can you think of a believer who's always on social media arguing with somebody?
Well,
can you think of a believer that's on social media every time you see them, they're always posting a nation, a nation, a nation?
No.
But you see how you see how people come to mind?
Yeah.
Because you already get a sense of somebody on social media. So, you know, there's some things that you just have a general sense. If you have an interest with this person and you would like to learn more to see if they may have the qualities that will make them a potential mate.
Right.
Excellent.
Can I ask a question just in relation to what you just said, Brother Mark? Is it student Minister Willie, would you say that it's perfectly okay to respond to a question by a courtmate or someone that you're that is interested in finding out more about you in the courtship process? Is it okay to say, I'm not ready to talk about that yet?
I mean, it's okay to say it, but you know, then the question have to be in regards to people may begin to start seeing it as a red flag. Why? Because the process the courtship process is for questioning. Now, it shouldn't go from the courtship was just began on Sunday, and then when you leave the mosque on Sunday night, they're already asking questions about past relationships. You see what I'm saying? Like you some wisdom,
or
some
send me a copy of your W-2s. Like
exactly.
what?
Like
I just met you.
They give each other the greetings. Assalamu alaikum. Send me your credit report. Like, dang, you just got my number.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 24 hours.
So I think it should take some time, but you're going into a courtship process, as the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan said, where questioning is a very significant part of it.
Well, you know, a lot of Brother Minister, a lot of people don't want to waste no time. Hey, the hard questions are the real questions. Hey, get to me because hey, at the end of the day, I don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste my time. And hey, you look nice. You got me a hello, but let's get to these questions. So,
and we're on a time limit.
And then, so that's why it goes down to, in the end, it's going to be people's personal preference. So, like, if somebody asks somebody a question and they feel like, yo, she asking too many questions, then you have to begin to start making a decision. Like, she asking too many questions, or every time I ask him a question, he's always talking about he's not ready to answer it yet. So that's the stuff that you file in your memory bank, or you put in your files. So when it comes time to make that decision, you weigh the pluses versus the minuses.
Yeah, that is.
Come on, beloved.
And you factor it in. Every time I ask her a question, every time I ask him a question, they weren't ready to talk about it. So you got to factor that in. And sometimes those are the red flags that people often ignore.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Praises
Brother
be to
Tony, did
Allah.
you want to go next?
I could go. Were you done, Sister Kalila, with yours?
No,
Oh,
no,
No,
sorry.
no, that's why I was
no.
My bad.
waiting. It's all right.
So this is one of those topics that a lot of people
Oh.
sweep under the rug,
Oh,
and it's me. Hey, I'm
you the
just
one.
I'm the one. Why is it important to disclose if you were ever raped, molested, or intimate with the same sex partner?
Because those are the type of experiences that come back and impact the quality of the marriage.
Mhm.
That's right.
I've seen documentaries and stuff online where women were who experienced sexual assault, and the person that sexually assaulted them may have touched their hair in a certain way. And then when they're married and their spouse touches their hair in that way, and it re-triggers that.
Oh, wow.
Right? So those are the type of things that you need to know, both male and not all, like we talk about sisters going through that, but there are brothers that have experienced that as well.
That's
Right.
right.
And it affects them. Sometimes brothers who've experienced that, it makes them try to be overly masculine, overly macho.
Right.
And it comes from that, right? So that's important. It's kind of like not trying to minimize anybody, but it's equivalent to when you get ready to buy a car or a home. The seller who is selling it to you is obligated by law to let you know about some of its past history. If it's a
Right.
car, they want to know what was some of his, what was his accidents, right?
Right.
And
The
even when
Carfax.
the Carfax, even when you buy a house, they want to know, is there a history of lead? Has there been any renovations did it previously catch on fire? They want
Flooded.
to, you gotta answer all of that. All that stuff has to be actually asked. And it is very important because those things can come back and impact a marriage, and those things already have an impact on our personalities
That's
and
right.
how we act, right? So sometimes people are worried about disclosing that stuff. But a good friend of mine told me, he said that the right person for you will be able to carry your baggage. So
Mm.
sometimes people are like,
Mm.
I don't want to disclose this. I don't want to disclose this. Well, you may disclose it to somebody that, and they may have the capability or the capacity to be supportive.
Right.
That's right.
And
Mm.
if let's say that they're not, put that in the file. When it comes to decision day, you weigh it on the balance.
Right on the
Good
balance.
teaching. Good teaching.
Praises be to Allah.
No,
Praise be
Mr.
to Allah.
Willie, this is a big one, and I see more and more of this, but I'm going to ask the question. When courting someone who is divorced or has children from a previous marriage or relationship, why is it important to communicate with their ex-wife or ex-husband, the father or mother of the children? Why do many of us experience difficulty reaching out to them?
Um, you know, there are some people who enter into courtship that are not interested in talking to the exes. And there's some who are, right?
Right.
And sometimes for most relationships that end up ending, for most marriages, oftentimes it doesn't end in a harmonious, it doesn't end in a peaceful way. There's still tension there, there's still bitterness there. So some people may be concerned about what this person may say.
Right.
And it may be true, it may be false. So, so that sometimes that's the issue. But there are some people who feel like they know enough about people that they say, I don't need to talk to the ex. I believe you. And that was in the past, right?
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
But it comes down to, it's a personal decision.
Yes.
Wow.
Reality.
That's right.
Yeah, and filtering out the riffraff.
Right.
Like you said, a lot of times they are very upset. They are very angry. The relationship did not end well, and they probably said, you would never, ever, marry anybody, not if I have something to do with it.
Right.
That-
And here's the thing.
They're very bitter.
And here's the thing. How many of us possess the skill to be able to distinguish bitterness from the truth?
Right.
Yeah.
Because we may end up talking to the ex, and we might begin to start looking at our courtmate through the ex's lens, and we don't even factor in their pain, their disappointment. They're mad that now, imagine you talking to an ex who been single since the divorce, and now this person is about to get into a courtship, potentially married. So how many of us understand that skill to be able to separate fact from emotion?
Exactly. Good point. That's right. Or like when the minister said, when divorce happens, it's a car crash. And normally it's not just one person's fault. It was probably somebody on both sides did something and neglected each other in some way, right?
Everybody.
Will that ex be willing to fess up if they do talk to the new person and take accountability for their side, right? For things where they fell short of the goal, as opposed to just, well, that person, this person, and it's them, never taking a look in the mirror and being honest with this new person and say, look, we had our challenges in the marriage, and I can tell you a bunch of things about this person where they may have let me down, but the reality is we're both responsible for that failure. And I hold some of that failure too. And I've gone on my prayer mat to ask Allah to help me improve myself for the next person, or if you've already remarried, for the new person I'm married to. So the reality is that person, that woman or that man, that was them back then. We got to come to the present time. And now they put on the new man and the new woman. And so whatever it is I can share with you, that's of yesteryear, right? That's old news. This is a new person who you are potentially courting and looking to marry. So, it's just really giving two sides to the story. And are we humble enough to own that, and take accountability for that, as opposed to putting it on our ex? Because it's never just one person's fault. That's what the minister said. You can take it or leave it alone. Don't get mad at me.
That's a fact. Because in anything, any relationship, whatever it is, there are things that we did to contribute to the end of the marriage, but there are also things that we did not do that contributed to it.
Right.
And see, the other stuff is always, well, he ain't do this, he ain't do that, she ain't. Okay, but what didn't you do?
Right.
You didn't stand up and exert yourself and you didn't set any boundaries, and you mad because this person went past a boundary you never even set.
Or there were some misunderstandings, and instead of sitting and talking about it, because I found out of a couple, someone I know, in the process of divorcing, one person bailed on counseling, like they refused to go to counseling. So if there is a misunderstanding and an ARC gap, right, in terms of affinity, reality, communication, and you don't even want to sit down and communicate, you don't even want to give the person an opportunity to atone, and you just like, I'm out. Well, then how can you save a marriage when it's only one person fighting for the marriage, right? After a mistake has happened, because mistakes are going to happen, right? So if the person's not trying to atone and not trying to, do counseling, how do you save that? It was just very sad when I heard that today, because I thought about our show and the importance of having Student Minister Willie here and what we're all trying to do, which is give people information to make better decisions, right? And not just cut and run, but make better decisions in the beginning. With that said, Brother Student Minister Willie, you are a prolific author, right? You have a lot of books. I think Brother Mark held up some of the books before. There's some of them right there. So you have written many books on relationships, and there are questions and books people should read before entering courtship. And once they enter courtship, which books should they read with their courtmate and why. I really appreciate you giving my book, Relationship Talks, a shout out. But we have so many talented people in our nation, so many authors in our nation like yourself and others who've written about this subject matter of relationships. The minister said he wanted to see a whole library full of books written by the believers. And all praises due to Allah. He should be really proud with you because you putting that work in. But can you tell us, most people I know who are prolific writers, they're prolific readers too. Can you share with us books that people should read in the nation, as well as any books outside of the nation that can help them prepare for courtship, or if they're already in a courtship, have an even better courtship experience?
Of course, I'll start off with any and everything from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that's especially that's dealing with marriage and relationships, right? Of course, you have, I know Brother Nuri has written books. I have written books. You have your books. Sister Ava has written books. I don't know, Brother Marcus and Sister Cecilia, they have books. But I'm gonna say this: one of the best books that everybody needs who is courting, who plans on courting, that really need to get into is the book of reading the book about themselves. You know, in the Supreme Wisdom Lessons, it talks about Musa having 59,999 books. Now, you know, there's no man walking around with that many amount of books. And we know that that number is symbolic of the number of people that Yaqub brought on the island with him.
Teach.
So I wonder if the Savior is letting us know that we as human beings are books. So if that is the case, each of us, as you're single, and as one of the books that I was blessed to author that was inspired by, all of them inspired by words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but one is titled 2 times 5 equals 10, where I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talk about using the principle of multiplication. He said that if you are a 2 and you want to get a relationship or a marriage on a level of a 10, knowing the principle of multiplication, you know that you'll need to multiply yourself by a what? 5. He said, but if you haven't done the examination on yourself and you don't know that you are a 2, you don't know what you need to multiply yourself by. So we cannot get around this study of self-examination, self-analysis, and self-correction. And even in the originator was able to produce his mate because he did an intense study of himself. But that's the thing that many of us run from, or we do a very shallow examination of ourselves. And when I talk about examination, we got to look at the good things that we've experienced. We got to look at the painful things. We got to look at those moments that we are ashamed of. We got to examine all of it and ask ourselves, how did it impact us? And then that's where the analysis comes in. And there's some experience that we've had, they made us a better person. So we want to keep going in that area. But there's some that gave us some bad behavior, some negative thoughts, some negative traits. And that's what we have to correct. So I will tell anybody, study yourself and be honest. Like sometimes when you talk with people and you ask them, so what do you want? What type of spouse do you want? Well, I want an FOI. I want a soldier. It's all the stuff that we love hearing. Well, I want an MGT. Yeah, I hear all that, but let's get past that. What type of person do you need?
Right.
Right.
What type of woman? Do you want a woman that when you come home, you want her to meet you at the door every day? For the most part. Do you want a man that you want him to pay all the bills and you don't have to work? Do you want a man that you want a man that's more talkative, he's very expressive, or do you want one that listens more? What impact has the relationship or the lack of a relationship with your father had on your life?
Teach.
What impact has the relationship or the lack of the relationship with your mother had on your life?
Teach.
How has the example of the relationship between your mother and father impacted your view about marriage?
That's right.
We gotta get into all that. When was your first breakup? How did you handle that? How did it make you? Did it make you distrustful of women? So we got to examine all of that. And I don't know if he has the book. One of my second book was The Journey to Get the Love You Desire Begins With You.
Brother Mark is on it. Good job, Brother Mark.
Yeah, all the books there, Brother Mark.
But that book, I believe, puts the reader right in the ring with the number one person with the work has to be done with ourselves.
Come on.
And there's a chapter in that book where I tell the reader, if you're not ready to do this work, if this chapter is too difficult for you, put the book down and come back.
That's what he said.
And I've talked to people who said, I got to that chapter of the book, I was not ready to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So put it down. So we got to examine ourselves. And when we examine ourselves and we get to a level where we're comfortable, then I've already dealt with my own garbage. I've already dealt with my own hang-ups. And this is me. I'm not running from this is my chapter. When you make a cake, when you taste flour don't taste good by itself. Baking powder don't taste good by itself. But when you put it all together, it makes the cake. But all of these things that I experience, if you isolate them by himself, know that I don't look good. But it has made me who I am. And I'm going to share it to you. You take it up. This is me. I'm bringing my whole self to the courtship. This is me. And this is another thing. Even when we do that, and then we embark on this journey of marriage, the person that you are marrying is still growing.
That's right.
They are not the same person that you met, that you married when y'all were 5 years, when you were married only 5 years in.
Right.
So the same way that we have student minister, student captain, we should say student husband and student wife.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get in this thing, no, I know you. And the person is saying, that's not me anymore. I've grown. Yes, I used to like that, but I've grown now and I like this more. But we're saying, no, I know you. This is what you like. And the person is keeps saying, no, I like this now. And sometimes, family, what happens is because we didn't do that work on ourselves in the beginning, we didn't enter the courtship and the marriage really having a sufficient understanding of who we are, that when we get married, after time passed, we begin to start taking off all of this fake stuff that's not us. And then we wake up and realize that, man, this person is not my match. I ain't gonna say this person is not my match, but it's different. And it doesn't mean that we can't relearn one another.
Right.
So that's why we have to stay open and say, don't get into the point like I know him. No, I'm learning him as he's learning me. But are we willing to be students?
And allow the person to grow. Have the patience with them to grow.
And look.
That's
my
a
brother
beautiful
gave me this verse. I want to read this.
Yes, sir.
This is another thing. We need to see what's their level of understand. What's their level of the practice of forgiveness?
Oh yeah, good.
In courtship, how many of us have seen? Ask them, do you find it hard to forgive people?
That's a very good question.
Or do you forgive people? Not being forgiving people and being like you're just being blind and walking man. No. But if you're courting somebody and they still talk about how they haven't forgiven this person, well, I ain't forgive him for that. Well, I ain't forgive. Yeah, that sister one time I came to the mosque, she gonna give me a half a cup of soup and I paid $20 for that. I ain't never forgive her.
That happened 20 years ago.
Or that brother right there, one time I'm bringing him back and forth I'm picking him up from his house, bringing him to the mosque, bringing him back. And he ain't give me no gas, man. I never forgave him for that. And guess what? We might think that lack of forgiveness will stay with them, but guess what? It's gonna come to our door.
Yep.
That's right. That's a character trait.
And listen, none of us are going to be married a long time if we always want to keep score on the wrong that somebody did us. So look at this verse a brother shared with me. This is in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5.
Right it down.
Love does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. How many of us do that? Like, you can have a conversation with somebody and the person says, I apologize. I misunderstood you. My perception was off. I shouldn't have done that. And they apologize. Time goes forward, an argument comes up, and they bring back the very thing that you apologized for. And they bring it back as if you never said, I was wrong.
Wow.
So forgiveness is key.
Know how to forgive.
It's everything.
Like, what's that? If they say, oh man, I don't believe in that, man. I ain't gonna be no dummy. I don't be forgiving everybody. You better be careful. Because the same forgiveness that they're denying others, they need it.
That's right.
And we need it from Allah.
And we need it.
We go to Allah all the time asking for forgiveness.
All the time.
To Mr. Willie, we do have
Yes,
a
sir.
question from the audience. Sister LaShawn, Sister Clearly, your sister, one of our greatest supporters. She asked the question, can student minister Willie give the meaning in a good experience meaning to equal? I guess she means equal, being equally yoked.
Equally yoked. I hear a lot, we throw that scripture around a lot.
Yes, we do.
And they base it off of because they used to put something on the oxen, right?
Yes, sir.
And they put this big old wooden thing on the oxen and they'll be together. But one of the things was it was done in such a way so when one oxen, I think, began to start not being able to carry its full load, the other one carried it a little bit, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
We cannot get into these discussions about being equally yoked if we have done a half assessment of ourselves.
Come on, beloved.
Because sometimes we be talking about I'm not talking about sisters. I'm just saying like equally yoked. Yeah, we're not equally yoked. When we haven't even, we might be the one that's not equally yoked.
That's right.
Because we haven't even examined ourselves.
Right.
And guess what? Here's another thing for courtship. Examine how he or she handles criticism.
Yes. Yeah.
If when you bring up something, sister, when we were at the mosque the other day, you did this, and you in front of you did this, and this, and if they're like, yeah, I did, yeah, well, remember you did this. Like,
that's not good.
If I would have never, so you mean to tell me if I would have never brought up what you did, you would have never mentioned what I did.
Tit for tat.
Listen,
Preview of things to come.
Yes, the challenges, the things that end up destroying marriages, family, they've always been present. I heard the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan say with the human body, he said disease is always present, but the immune system is so strong it keeps the disease in check. So those things that we find cute, he's stubborn. Or he ain't gonna listen, or it's cute in the infatuation stage. But it begins to be a problem when the pressures of life begin to start coming.
Yes, Lord.
How do they take criticism? Do they take it and say, okay, and what is it again? Okay, I'm gonna look into that. And do they come back to say, you were right about you were right about this? Or do they come back to use it as a way, yeah, you told me this. Now let me tell you what's wrong with you.
Did you have to add the head nodding, brother?
That's how it goes down.
I can see the head moving.
That's how it goes down. Like, and we never could get to a place of understanding because we're deflecting.
Right. There you go.
Look, I was at the dinner table once with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
And while he was talking, he had some debris in his nose. His secretary slid him a napkin, and he took it and he wiped his nose. He said, "Oh, thank you." He said, "The eye is not made to see inward; it's made to see outward."
Right.
He said, "So therefore, we always need somebody around us to be able to tell us what we don't see about ourselves."
Ooh.
That's right. Wow.
But if we can't take criticism, if we got to be always right, Mr. Perfect, Miss Perfect, we miss the opportunity to grow.
On that note, student Mr. Willie, when we notice defects like that, is it okay for us to go, well, she's gonna grow out of that, or he's gonna grow out of that? I'll just, yeah, that's not right, but he or she will, they'll grow out of that. We're gonna be all right.
That behavior that you just shared is what most of us do. We say they're gonna get out of that. We have to begin to start looking at this thing objectively like this and ask ourselves the question, what if that is just who they really are?
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of like if I go to the shoe store, the athlete's Foot Locker, and I see these bad pair of Nikes, but they got a little highlight of red in it. But that ain't gonna clash when I decide to wear something that's brown. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes we gotta look at it and say and ask ourselves the question, if this is who they really are, can I be married to a person that does this? And we gotta ask the question. It's equivalent to we putting our foot in the shoe. It's a beautiful shoe. It's a what is it? What's the one with the red bottoms?
Yeah,
Louboutin.
Red bottoms.
Yeah,
red
Louboutin.
bottoms. Oh, it's a nice shoe, but guess what? It don't fit me.
Right.
It's made for somebody that got the little slender feet. That's not me. And so that's why we have to we got to keep a journal.
That's right.
And we got to put it all on the table because as brother Tony, most of the time, brothers, we are looking at the person who's going to be the person. We're not spring chickens, man. We're in our 50s, 40s.
Right.
We ain't talking about a 13-year-old, 18-year-old. We're talking about grown man and woman.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Who set in their ways.
Facts.
Actual facts.
Brother Minister, this question is for those perfectionists out there. When a difference of opinion is encountered, or an issue or a conflict is encountered, you know about conflict resolution. When an issue or opinion or conflict is encountered in a courtship, what should be done? Some want to court and run, but what should be done when an issue or an opinion or a difference of opinion happens? Should I think, well, this ain't gonna work? She don't have the same opinion as I do.
I would add this. I would say you should give praise. You should thank Allah for allowing it to happen.
Right.
Okay. Yes, sir.
People enter into a courtship. One time I was talking to this young courting couple and they kept having stuff coming up, and she was like, oh, this and that. I say, but this is good. Because now this what you have to decide, can I deal with this?
That's right.
So that's another thing too. How do they handle conflict? Are they more concerned with being right or what's right?
Wow.
Are they more concerned with saying, okay, instead of us trying to figure out you was right, I was wrong, you was wrong, I was right, do they have the team mindset to say, okay, I know this is the problem, let's see how we're gonna fix it? You got to be very careful about people who are more concerned with being right than what's right.
Right.
Because when they were being right, when they want to be right, that means the ego is present.
Right.
And that means they will fight like hell to deny saying that they were wrong. So what happens, this is one of the values of having the chaperones. And I will say this, from my perspective, I think that we have cheapened the role of chaperones.
Come on, explain that.
I think that we have cheapened the role of chaperones, and we just think that chaperones are just somebody to stop us from having sex.
The lookers.
Come on.
The lookers, yeah.
You're right, the lookers.
Don't say nothing. You in the back of the room. That's it.
Yeah. Like we grown men and women, even after you go on a courtship outing, you go back to your house, she go back to your house. You got a car, she got a car. Y'all can go meet up after y'all day. Assalamu alaikum to everybody.
Right.
But this is where you bring those couples together and say, listen, we're having a difference of opinion.
That's right.
I would encourage married couples to do this even after marriage, because there are some things that our wives don't see, and they may hear from somebody else for whatever reason. Or
That's
some
right.
things our husbands may not see, they may hear from somebody else. But we better pay attention. Like if it's more about I'm right, you wrong, instead of how we going to resolve this.
Right.
That's a problem that's going to come back into marriage. It ain't going away.
And Brother Willie, that's a smart point that you just made, because if you're being chaperoned, 9 times out of 10, the couple that's chaperoning you has some distance in that marriage. They've been married for a while, and it's a long runway with them. So why not take that opportunity to get some pearls of wisdom from the husband, from the wife, to find out how did they handle certain circumstances or situations, or advice to have a successful courtship and a successful marriage. I mean, you have them right there. They don't have to be there, the entire time or be included in the entire conversation, but why not still tap into that resource, because it's right there. That's a very good point.
For example, Sister Kalila, how long have you been married?
13 years.
And then I saw Sister Farah and her husband.
They were chaperones.
They've been married probably over 10 years, right?
37 years.
37.
Yeah. 3 decades, brother.
Now listen, think about what 13 years, 37, think about what they've been through. And you mean to tell me we're going to sit around somebody that's been 37 years married, we're going to tell them, y'all go sit at y'all table over there. So me and you can talk about what we already talk about on the phone.
Right. Exactly.
You better get them at the table, and then I will say this. And don't be afraid if they start asking your courtmate those tough questions.
Wow. Laura's agreeing with you. She says yes.
And look, and then after that, after the courting outing, each court call them up. So what did you all see that I didn't see?
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Because a brother might be like, hey, brother, did you notice every time I asked her about what's her ideas about working as did you want to be a stay-at-home wife or whatever? Did you notice her answer was never really clear? That sister doesn't want to work, brother. Sister, did you notice every time you asked him about
being the maintainer,
children, he always kept talking about what the mother of the children was doing wrong. He never talked about what he could have improved on. See, that's the stuff that this is I'm learning.
Come on, teach.
When I talk to some married couples, married brothers and sisters, there are some things, even after they asked all of the questions, when they got married, they was like, damn, I didn't think about that.
That's right.
So what that means that allow them to experience that. So for some generations after them to know, make sure you look for this.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
But if we're not going to them and asking them, like, listen, man, tell us the truth. What do we need to be looking out for?
Excellent. I mean, my book has 2,000 questions, right? But the reality is you can never exhaust the amount of questions, and you're going to, even if you asked every single question in my book, other books, all the books that Brother Student Minister Willie just talked about, you're still going to discover things that wasn't in the book, or situations that you didn't think would happen, and yet here you are. Now you're married, and here you are, right? So that's a good point. Before I ask you this question, I want to give a shout out to Muhammad Mas number 46, New Orleans. They're in the building. They've been commenting in the chat. Sister Tamika, Sister Angelica, Sister Yolanda, Sister Kyra, Tamika, Sister Rose, yes, Sister Angela, Sister LaShawn, Sister Farah, Brother Chad, and Sister Amina. I just wanted to thank those listeners for tuning in.
Shout out.
There was I didn't add this about books. Some other books outside of the nation. 5 Love Languages.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Yes.
There's another book put out by
Fascinating
this
Womanhood.
Jewish couple where they talk about how they have done marriage labs, where they say that they have looked over like 5,000 couples, and they say that within 15 minutes of observing how a couple handles, as what Brother Mark talked about, conflict, they can determine from to an 89% rate the success of that marriage.
Which book was that?
I gotta find it. I'll send it to you. But if you just type in marriage lab, is a Jewish couple, and they just say 15 minutes, 89% success rate. So I'll find out. I don't want to get up and leave. But
shout out to Muhammad Mas number 4, Washington, D.C., Sister Jandel. Shout out to all of them. Okay, so my question is, Brother Minister, today there are more and more blended families. Ooh. With that in mind, what information or questions and activities should couples do that have blended families? Why are these things important to do? And the reason why I asked that question is because there's a video floating around of, I believe, a blended family, but it's of a man who seems to be trying to discipline a small child, and the mother is blocking him from doing that, and the child is belligerent and cursing at this man and just acting a fool. So, and I had asked some people when I wrote my book, how do you feel? You remarried? Does your new husband have the right to discipline your children? And some answers were like, absolutely. He's the head of the house. And, that's understood. And other people were like, absolutely not. I didn't have those children with him. The biological father is not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. So all I can do is verbally talk to my child. And even then make it minimal, because at the end of the day, that's not your child. It's my child. So, and then people had all kind of emotions about that, because some people talked about it ahead of time and some people didn't talk about it. So what say you with regards to blended families and what people definitely need to talk about that are coming to the new marriage with children from that they had conceived from previous relationships and marriages?
I would say, one, I would encourage you all to get some people on the show who from that experience, we have blended families. I know some I can recommend. And two, it goes back to having a discussion. See, a brother or sister should enter into the courtship already having, what's your position on blended families?
Right.
Do you even want a sister that already has children? Do you want a brother that already has children? And if you do, what's your view about discipline? How do you feel about they're living in your house? Then what degree of power do you feel, authority do you feel you should be able to exercise? These are the questions that we need to have, but the discussions that we need to have. But oftentimes, these are the things that we are not asking. We're just assuming. Then as the thing is, what's the team plan? What's our plan on this? As a married couple, what's our agreed upon plan as it relates to how we're going to deal with our blended family?
Right.
Like, I feel like at least put together a plan so that when you do approach it, you all are just not just doing it haphazardly. You at least thought about it, and then you can come back and say, this worked, this didn't work. Okay, let's do this.
Right.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Praises be to Allah. I want to kind of go and define courtship, because a lot of times I don't really understand. We just use the word very very charismatic, but not really understanding what the meaning of courtship is. And then I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Courtship is a traditional, intentional process and period of time in which two people get to know each other, often in a specific goal to establish a committed long-term relationship or marriage. It focuses on building a deeper connection and accessing compatibility, unlike most casual dating. So why is it important for Muslims and people who, practice this, significant process of courtship, practice the courtship process and not just date?
I'm glad that you asked, God. This is a point that I wanted to make. As members of the Nation of Islam, right? We have to be comfortable within ourselves to say, I am now part of a community where this is the format in which I begin to move toward developing a romantic relationship.
Wow.
Because some of us are in the nation, but we are not in agreement with that process. We think the process is stupid. We think it's outdated.
Come on.
Why do we even need it?
Right.
Say
But
not that
this
you
is
can
our,
leave.
Make it
this
plain,
is our
brother.
process.
Say
Make
that
it
you-
We have a structured way. So one of the things that I've noticed, sisters, that sometimes it seems like sometimes people begin to start creating, handling courtship like it's the Muslim version of boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, not the Muslim version.
Yeah.
Like it's the Muslim version. And when we approach it like that, we don't approach it with the seriousness of let me find out, is this person qualified for this job that I'm trying to hire him for?
Come on now.
That's right.
Is she qualified for
What
this
it
job
deserves.
I'm trying to hire her for? Huh?
What it deserves. Exactly.
Yeah, like we gotta go in there. Like when you see people go to court, you ever seen they go there, they be serious.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're trying to find out truth from falsehood.
Lives is on the line.
Yeah, like lives are on the line. So we got to think about this. And I looked this up. If courtship is like the blueprint to, like, it's equivalent to the blueprint that engineers use when they're building the house.
I love it.
It's the blueprint. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to follow this blueprint to get everything. This is going to help us lay the structure out, the materials, the layout, the safety. This is the blueprint that's going to guide us. And listen, this is a news flash. Even if you're not sexually involved, emotion is still a challenge in courtship.
Wow.
Boom.
Because people be like, well, we ain't having sex. Or the emotion is still there.
It's still there.
And you're
Still there.
talking.
Yeah.
Are we practicing honesty?
Emotions.
Did I answer this question, Sister Kalila?
No, you answered it perfectly. You answered it perfectly because you brought up a very valid point, because a lot of times you can fall in love with just a conversation or conversations. That's a part of intimacy.
Ooh. And listen, brother Tony asked this earlier. There are other communities in America that have courtship. It's not exactly like ours, but you find like the various community, the Amish, and some of these other religions. You pretty much in religious communities. But also, what they're finding out is that when you have a structured process and it's not dating, with dating, it tends to be based upon first a romanticism in the beginning, right? And it starts off like, they don't find the exact words how they say it starts off. Here's love. It starts off very high in love, right? In this dating. But then it declines as expectations begin to clash. Courtship is kind of like a plane taking off from an airport. It's starting off and it should just go up.
That's right.
You want to make sure that you and this person have all of the right values together, and we can build on that. But they've done studies to show that the infatuation stage it lasts for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So imagine us, we talk about 6 months to a year. We getting married in the infatuation stage.
That's right.
In the look at his bow tie.
That's not love. That's love each
So
other.
we better go in there very serious.
Look at his bow tie.
Yeah, like, oh girl, he's the top
Keep the bow tie on,
driller.
brothers.
What is this? What's his views? Does he work?
Does he have a plan?
Does he have a plan?
Do you have a plan?
And then how do I fit into that plan?
Do you have a bank account?
And here's another thing as relates with
plan,
brothers
bro.
as well. What's her understanding of being a helpmeet?
Exactly.
And is she comfortable with it?
Think about
You
it.
have how many units? 7 units the sisters have?
7.
That's right.
Don't assume that she like all of them.
That's right.
Listen, I got listen.
She might not. She might not. She might be the cook. Take care of her husband.
You might like bread, and she don't like to make bread.
Yeah, she might just like to. I just want to act that. I want to learn how to act that abroad. She want to travel.
Right, not at home.
Right, not at home.
Don't assume. You need to find out.
Making all that bean soup is hard work. You go.
Yeah, like you need to. Like you got to have these discussions.
You know, it was so beautiful that you mentioned that, Brother Minister.
Go to the FOI class. Go over there. Go on that side.
I was in courtship with my husband, and he asked me, you know, do you know how to cook? I said, yes, I know how to cook very well. I said, but I think you're asking the wrong question. And he said, what was that? He said, do I like to cook? I said, I don't like cooking.
See?
I know how to.
See?
I know how to cook very well. But do I like to?
See?
No.
See, that's the point. And listen, and we gotta find, because guess what? There are some brothers who are good cooks.
That's right.
Chefs.
Yeah.
You gotta find out. You have to find out what works for you. Like for example, there are some brothers that are good at making money, but there are some sisters that are good at managing the money.
There you go.
That's right.
Perfect. No, I'm gonna manage it all because I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah, but you're not good at it.
You're not good at it.
Right.
She is. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta act.
Yes,
and then
praise be to Allah.
What's the brother's understanding of a help me? Because you might think a help me is just to hold you down for even in your laziness.
Right. Teach.
We had to have these understandings of this. Like make sure, let's get to our understanding of this stuff.
We need help.
And the other thing, listen, I know that we can't get, at some point in the courtship, you're going to have to talk about sexual expectations.
Amen.
Because guess what? I'm a high school teacher. And I can tell you now, I have never seen before how homosexuality and lesbianism has become a norm.
That's the norm now.
So you need to ask somebody like, yo, have you ever been interested in men and never been interested in women?
Yeah, that's what you
That's
want.
a good question.
In this day and time, you gotta ask that.
You gotta ask.
How does that impact you today?
Yes. And how does
they
that
say
impact
check the
you
Adam's
today?
apple.
What brought you into that? Like we gotta, and then the other thing is, if somebody bring that to you and say, I came out of that world, then how can you handle it?
Right.
Oh,
you know, because sometimes we say he used to be a gang member. I can accept that he used to be a criminal. I can accept that he used to be this or he used to be that.
Yep.
We got to have them talks.
Yep.
It got real quiet in the mosque.
Right.
Yeah. But listen, those are not the type of quiet. Like brother Tony, those are not the type of talks that we should be talking about in first 2 days of the courtship.
Right.
You asking people about their sexual preferences,
Right.
their sexual likes. Like, come on, man.
Too quick.
No, you don't just jump into that.
Yeah. But we got to have a talk because you might end up marrying people that might end up they have a certain inclination for stuff that I ain't into that.
Right.
Just as far as saying that
She said Sunday lecture for
all this. We're having a Sunday lecture right now, Sister Farah. On Thursday night talk. It's on a Thursday.
Same like I see a sister talked about the STDs.
Yeah.
You got to go and get tested. And guess what, family?
Very critical.
It doesn't. Guess what? Some of our people have come out of certain life. They've come out of have certain experiences.
Right.
And sometimes they've been affected by stuff that it wasn't a fault of their own. They trusted somebody who was not taking care of their health.
Right.
But it's even with that, it's not the end all. You don't know what somebody might be able to carry some of that stuff. Like I'm saying this because he has done shows on. There's a brother in the nation. He was born with HIV.
Right. Right.
But he's a married man now with a happy family.
Right.
But you got to have that discussion. We got to put it all on the table.
Everything on the table.
Tough discussions, right?
Student Mr. Willie, the book that you mentioned earlier, someone put it in the chat. Here, the 7 principles for making marriage work.
Well, I'm gonna find out. I'm right at a computer. I realize I could have typed this up too.
That's what I came up with in my search as well.
Okay.
7 principles. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Brother Elijah, or
Thank you, Brother Elijah.
Elijah's class, whoever you are. Thank you very much. But Student Minister Willie, just on that note, as we're looking to wind down in Ramadan Mubarak in just a few minutes.
Sun is down.
Do you believe, talking about the idea of marriage and you talked about infatuation. Do you believe in many instances we're scared to ask hard questions because we're more in love with the idea of getting married, not thinking of the difficulties and challenges attached with actually merging with another person and their realities, their interests, and really combining our own realities?
I think that plays a part as well, because it's like I mentioned earlier, there is an emotional aspect of it. Well, in the beginning stages of it, we got to really think about, we use the analogy about the airplane. After you get to a certain height up in the sky, what do they tell you? Now you can take your seatbelts off.
Right.
But in the beginning, we got to try to go in with a sober mind. And that is the name of the book, the seven principles of making marriage work. We got to go in with a sober mind and make sure that the foundation is there. Some people are doing it like, some people have it in stage. Okay, I got a job, I got a house. Now it's time for me to get married. Not necessarily. We got to really say, am I really ready to be committed with another person? And this is the other thing too. Marriage entails work.
Right.
Listen, marriage is like, I don't know if you ever got a flower bed outside of your house. You ever see how fast weeds can pop up?
I bear witness to that.
And if you every day go out there and say, I'm gonna try to pull the weeds, you'll find that's what a marriage is. You're looking for those weeds. It's constantly, listen, you're gonna always have something to work on, fellas. Soon as you solve one problem, you think you got that, she coming with another one.
Word is bond. Word is bond.
Praise be to Allah.
They're gonna make sure we always have something to work on.
That's right. Good job, Sister Michelle. Good job, sister.
And it's the same thing with brothers as well. Brothers gonna always have expectations.
That's right.
But we have to have these discussions and say, yo, this is what I need. This is what I want.
Brother Minister, we're in the holy month of Ramadan and we're in the Holy Quran. Just out of curiosity, does the Quran has anything to say about courtship or on the subject of courtship?
That's a good question, but I had never thought about that until brother mentioned that to me. The Quran doesn't mention courtship per se.
Okay.
But if you study the male and female interactions of figures mentioned in the Holy Quran and what Allah says about marriage and male and female interaction, you can find the principles there.
Yes, sir.
For example, look at Surah 19 with Mary.
Yes,
the man came to Mary and say, Allah said, this man said, look, I've come to you. Like, I've come to you and I got God's spirit in me. Mary was like, yeah, I hear all that, but I'm still going to examine.
Right, exactly.
That's courtship.
I'm still going to check.
And some people may say, well, some people will hear that and say, well, courtship not in the Quran. Why are we even following it? There's a lot of stuff that's not in the Quran that we're following. We're talking about Ramadan. The Quran doesn't say we need to read a portion of the Holy Quran every day during Ramadan. But we do it.
Right.
Because that's a part of the practice. That's a part of the Sunnah. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Where in the Quran does it talk about the actual words where do we find the actual words of the Adhan when we call the Adhan out in the morning? That's not in the Quran.
Wow.
If you go to an Islamic country, they calling it out. Is that right?
That's
yes,
right.
That's
You
right.
feel them? So people will say stuff like that because some people had it. Well, man, ain't the Quran. Why Farrakhan got Elijah Muhammad Farrakhan got us following that? There's a lot of stuff that's not in the Quran, but we follow it. But the principles are there.
Yes,
and for
sir.
the Nation of Islam, this is our structured way. It's not the structured way of the world. They may not be doing this in the church, but I've accepted this way of life, and this is what I've been told. This is the way we're going to do it.
May I add, Student Minister Willie, because in the second Surah Al-Baqarah, in the 128th verse, Abraham is asking from Allah to show our acts of devotion. And so this time that we're living in, things have to be qualitatively different. Master Fard Muhammad, Allah in person, set this standard for us, for our success.
That's it, it's our way of devotion. And let me, since we talked about questions, I want to make this point. We can't ask other people questions that we ain't even ask ourselves.
Ooh.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right. Ask yourself.
Like Sister Katrina, they get your book. Well, I can't wait to ask them this. But have you answered them?
Right. And that would be a wonderful assignment in regards to when you said the book of self. Answer those questions and create the book of self.
Exactly.
When you ask those questions to yourself.
And then guess what? A couple of people told me they did that and they realized, oh, I'm not ready for courtship yet. There's some things I need to work on with me.
There you
After
go.
I started
There's
reading
nothing
those
wrong with
questions, I realized I got to work on me.
There
So
you go.
you're absolutely right, Student Minister. One last question I have for you, and this is kind of important to me. It's a little bit of a, I don't know, I wouldn't say obsession, but I'm really curious as to what is going on here. The data suggests that the divorce rate has decreased, okay? But there are less people, it's decreased because there are less people actually getting married. So how can we change this unfortunate reality where people are literally scared to get married again or get married for the first time? Why is it important to change?
I think that is this Satan has flipped this thing. At a time where the people who the institution of marriage is meant for are running away from marriage, but then there's a fight by people of the same sex who's trying to get married.
Right.
Think about that. Satan has flipped this thing. So as you begin to start seeing more and more people get away from God, you're starting to see more and more people start saying we don't need marriage. But the data is showing that people who what's the word they use? Cohabitate. That there's a high percentage that the marriage is not going to last. People that have premarital sex is showing that there's a high chance that the marriage is not going to last. Allah is the best knowing. He's going to sit back and say, I'm going to let y'all keep doing this until you realize my way is right. So in regards to that, I think that's what we're seeing. If you're talking to young people now, and you look at most of the stuff that you see on social media, people are speaking negative about marriage. It's always about the difficulty. So imagine coming up in this generation, you're like, man, I don't want that. But in like religious communities, even Yaqub saw the benefit of marriage.
That's right.
Teach.
They had to get married on the island. Why Yaqub and just say, man, y'all fornicate? They were getting married.
That's right.
On the island.
They had to see if they were fit for marriage.
Yeah, and they produced fit, and look at that. They had to go through a process of examination for to see if they were fit, right? And they produced a group of people that's running the world. But it was the bedrock of it. They came from families.
Right.
So in the Nation of Islam, where you find in religious communities, you still see that there's a desire for marriage. Outside of the religious community, this is about dating. Just dating. Right. And sometimes I talk with some young people, and it's just like, I'm like, yo, so what's y'all status? Oh, we know they call it here in New Orleans, they call it josing. They just kicking it. I'm like, so you his boyfriend, you his girlfriend? No, we just kicking it. And I say that's dangerous. Because that's equivalent to you getting in a car with somebody, you don't know where you going.
Exactly.
Wow. And like Brother Nuri said, relationship, friendship, courtship is ship. You going somewhere.
Right.
That's
So
right.
from the beginning, we need to know, where we going with this?
Where we
And
going?
if it
Where we
starts,
going?
yeah, we want to be
Mhm.
friendship, and I'm trying to be relationship, marriageship, if that's a word, mothership, then we going in the wrong direction.
And exclusive, because these days it's very dangerous too. We're hearing more and more about relationship violence with regards to
Yes.
people just not being on the same page.
Right.
And then next thing you know, they're at an Applebee's or whatever. They see the person who they're dating and they thought it was exclusive. They end up finding
Right.
out it was not. And then next thing you know, you have this violence happening, which is a lose-lose for everyone. Because if
Right.
someone, if it ends up being a fatality, okay, now you have a dead brother or sister. You have the person who lost their mind and their emotions, right? They didn't maintain themselves into the thinking of a God. They're going to prison. The families are ruined. Whatever children those people have are now being raised without mom or without dad. I mean,
Right.
it's just bad all the way around because there was never a conversation and an understanding put in place of what are we doing here, right? And
Yeah.
where are we going?
Right.
So
And
thank
you
you
know,
for that.
I'm gonna say this too, sisters. If they got brothers that you interested in, go to a married couple and ask them to arrange something when you have opportunity to sit down and talk to this brother in the setting.
Right.
Mhm.
Brother Mark can't read nobody's minds.
I sure can.
Don't
Brother
start,
Tony,
Brother Mark. They
Brother
they be
Tony, can
after
you
Brother
read
Mark.
somebody's mind?
They be after.
I can't read nobody's mind.
Not like that.
No, not like that.
So I'm just saying. And brothers, come on, man. What you need to know? You need to know how many white blood cells she has before you put in the courtship. You need to know, did she take physics when she was in high school?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What are we doing?
Well,
Let's stop
That
playing.
is beautiful.
Sister
That's
Kalila.
beautiful.
Yes. So, final question.
Yeah. This was fun.
yes. Well,
Thank you.
This is beautiful. Thank you, brother.
You gave
Bennett.
some great responses.
Praise be
What
God.
is the importance of disclosing your financial realities?
Because your financial reality and my financial reality about to be a reality.
Right.
Woo! That's
Boss.
what's important. Your debt about to be my debt.
Right.
Lord.
Your bad spending
OMG.
about to be my.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
I'm a
God.
part of it.
Yes.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk. We gotta talk.
And I think sometimes, and I think this from my view, we live in a world now, like you have sisters, by the time they have a house, they have a car, they're established. And
Yes, sir.
sometimes brothers might be feeling like, man, I ain't got nothing to offer her. But when you talk to the sisters, most of the sisters are saying they at least want a brother to bring something to the table.
Right. At least a car.
And brothers, we have to stop taking those. We gotta, as brothers, you have to stop taking those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sisters on social media talking about I need a man with 6 figures or don't come at me, FOI.
Yeah,
And
something like that.
stop taking them and paint all of the sisters in that light.
Right.
Mhm.
And for those sisters who want that, that's fine. You just have to know that's a shoe that's not my size.
Right.
Come on. That's
Right.
it. That's it.
Remember, Khadijah, the wife of the prophet, she was more wealthy than him.
That's
That's
true.
right.
That's fact.
She hired him.
She hired him. She also initiated the relationship.
Hey.
Hey,
Make it plain.
right? Yeah, make it play. Make it play.
According to the history that I read, I'm just saying.
That's right.
So,
That's
but I'm
right.
saying that in regards to have the discussion, like with some sisters. I know some sisters who a brother was interested in courting them because of the brother lived in a different city. They didn't accept the courtship. You never know what might happen. You might get in there and the brother might say, I'm ready, I'm willing to move to her city.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Have
Exactly.
the discussion.
Mm.
There's a brother in our city, he's an older brother, where he mentioned was talking to he said he wouldn't mind moving to a sister city. Have the discussion. Stop making all these decisions without getting the actual facts.
Good point.
Excellent point. This is a court case. Court.
Yeah,
we
like,
do it.
come on, man.
We do have a question here. What about the brother saying, "What do you bring to the table?"
The table, the table.
Sister Tamika.
I
From
mean, they're asking,
Chicago.
what is the
Let's
sister?
go, Sister Tamika.
I mean, it's a legitimate question, but the question
That's
is
very legitimate.
What are you expecting a person to bring to the table?
Right. That's what we are. What's that?
Because they might bring something to the table and you haven't even done enough examination on yourself to see if that what you was expecting. See, that's what we go. Because what if they this what I'm bringing to the table, and we haven't even put our stuff together to see, oh, that piece fits in my puzzle.
Right.
Right.
We cannot get around this self-examination and self-analysis.
Right.
And the more shallow we are with it, the more shallow our decisions are going to be.
Still, Mr. Willie, we have to make a thorough examination. If this is no emotion attached, is this gonna work? Are we a match? Of course, there has to be adjustments made on both parts.
Listen,
but we have to ask the question, is this going to work? And we have to be firmly honest with self.
I know.
Am I ready to make adjustments in my life?
And listen, that is key. 2 points. I don't want to hold everybody up. Going back to that equally yoked thing, I just look what they said. 2 animals had to move in the same direction at the same pace with equal strength. If one animal was stronger, slower, or different, the plow would be crooked and the work would fail, right? So when you go into that, because when we go into that, like I heard Michelle Obama say that sometimes the percentages changes in the marriage.
That's true.
Sometimes it's 50-50. Because you go through your ebbs and flows in your marriage. But in the end, like basketball, if the Lakers are playing, LeBron James hurt. What's the dude, the European dude name? Luke, whatever his name, Luca. Luca knows I got to carry the weight. But we get into marriage and forget, like, yo, we playing on a team.
That's right.
Right.
Good God.
We play like we're a team that we're gonna do this together. Every problem that we face, we're gonna challenge this thing together.
Right.
That's
and
right.
The other thing our sister talked about with the spiritual stuff, what's their prayer? What's their prayer life like?
Right.
That's right.
That's important.
Because if they wasn't praying when they met you, chances are they ain't gonna be praying when they marry you.
Yeah. Right. So don't complain if it's Fajr and they're not getting up. They weren't getting
out
up
the window.
Right.
So it's
so important.
It's a bunch of stuff, and it is there's an inherent challenge in this. Relationships are a challenge. It's beautiful, but it's a beautiful struggle.
A beautiful struggle.
Yes, sir.
There are nations though that are helping their citizens
with this topic. I saw that.
And then just internally within our own nation, a sister told me who's from New York, she said the student minister there and the laborers there started a singles committee. And they have that committee find locations for singles, where to go, and just giving them more opportunities to do the meet and greet, right? And so what ideas can our nation, our government, do to help the singles? I mean, we had a great event, Savior's Day, right? That was historic. That was great. Just the first time even having something like that made it great, right? But what else can we do to help create more marriages in our nation that can then spill over and help our whole community? What can we do?
We have to begin to talk to various mosques and study groups to begin to start speaking to people to reduce the environment where brothers and sisters feel like they can't even talk to one another, single believers after the mosque meeting.
Robotic environment.
I love that.
Brother, don't talk to the sisters. Brother, don't. Like, what are you talking, bro? We in the middle, everybody here eating bean pie, ice cream. What we gonna do? I'm just having a conversation.
Right.
We got to begin to start reducing that, right? So we got to begin to start. There are things that could be done even with Savior's Day that even outside of the workshops and the seminars and all of that stuff that can encourage single believers to interact with one another.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mr.
saying? So
Willie,
that,
one very, very important thing is having the opportunity to dialogue.
yeah.
Because in being able to sit down and study group and being able to sit down and talk about the teachings, you're exploring the mind of the other person and of other people, and you can start making a determination for yourself, like, wow, I'm a little attracted to what this person, or I'm very much attracted to what this person has to say. This is very beautiful, and it could be a spark to a courtship.
And the other thing, the single, listen, when you sit at home, single believers, and wait for some mystery God to bring you food, shelter, clothing, and courtship papers.
Teach, not courtship papers.
If you're a single believer in a study group in a mosque that doesn't have any type of single committee, if you're waiting for married couples to do that, married couples are dealing with married stuff.
They don't have time to help the single people.
They're like,
waiting like a skeleton on the bench.
But bro, I ain't about to be organizing you single. It's your pressing need. Go and start it, brother minister. I want to start up a singles committee. Go start it up.
Yes,
Listen, there is no. The lesson says that no relief came to us until the Son of Man came to us. Nothing changed until a human being did act with human actions. You got to go get started.
You know, somebody mentioned to me, my brother mentioned to me, Minister Willie, about having actually a retreat for single brothers and a retreat for single sisters. So, you know, because talking about having those far side checks, because, you know, still shopping still, right? So having those far side checks and having like a weekend event, you know, talking about finances, talking about auditing, talking about, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. I think it's important because a lot of times men actually do not know how to approach a woman, right? So finding those skills in that retreat for women, for men, and you know, as well as women, because the women, sometimes you're dealing with a lot of broken women who have dealt with a lot of pain and agony and have not yet got over it, and they wonder why they, you know, they carry that scarlet letter on their chest. And brothers see it. They see, you look very angry, sister. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you've been single for 15 years, but you carrying those 15 years of scars that has happened in your past. You got to let things go. You got to go get you some help. But those are some beautiful. But I think those retreats are very good and very nurturing in regards to, you know, making that process right and getting ready for that and preparing.
And let me say this. I'm glad you brought that up, because I have found that a lot of times, oftentimes, what begins to start taking away from the attraction of these single events, we have people within our own nation speaking evil about them. Man, you wasting your time going to that. Ain't gonna be nothing but old brothers and old sisters there. How can you throw dirt on something that's meant to create what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, that he wanted more social settings for single believers?
That's right.
Because if you went there, not you, but the person who had that mindset, you went there and wanted to be all stinking, didn't want to talk to anybody, and had a bad experience, why would you leave there and go taint it for everybody else?
Come on, man.
Sister Angela has been putting on a wonderful single social every year.
In Jacksonville. It was beautiful.
Even if you came there and you ain't like it, man, you in Jacksonville, Florida, doing this. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, right off the beat. But look, I wanted to agree with Sister Kalila with what she just said, because you and your wife did an excellent exercise.
Oh, that was fun.
Where you asked us both, the FY and the MGT, to fill out this form of what assumptions we make about each other. And that's what Sister Kalila was just talking about. And there are so many
So many.
assumptions, you know, that the brothers make and the sisters make, and to like
So
really
many.
break that down and uncover what that is, so
Right.
we can bring truth, right? I
And
thought
that
that was a beautiful extra, and kudos to your wife, and please give her the
praise be
greeting,
to
Sister
will
Michelle.
Yes.
do.
I just thought that activity that the both of you did as husband and wife was really, really well done, and we need more of that because we make a lot of assumptions.
And guess what? We can't be following Master Farah Muhammad making assumptions like that, because he
That's
taught
right.
us to we based upon actual facts.
Actual
Right.
facts. That's right.
And we doing his assumptions. And so we this is why we have to have those discussions and get out of that the MGT. No, that MGT said that.
Right.
Right.
Okay, no, and here's another thing.
A equals A equals
Here's
A.
here's another thing. Listen, whether people got their feelings about social media, yada yada yada. Social media is real. There are more people on Facebook than in some countries.
That's right.
So whether you like it or not, it is here.
Right.
So with that being the case,
Mm.
please take some pride in your social media profile pictures.
Oh yeah. That's right. You
Why you
did do
looking
that
at me,
with us.
Elder?
That was such
Why you looking at me?
Now, how you single? How are you single and your profile picture is a statue of Buddha meditating? Like that ain't you.
Or flower.
Or flower. Or the
palm
brother.
tree.
All the pictures of the brother he's
My
saluting.
brother noticed me.
All
Right.
the pictures of the brother's like this. Man,
Right,
we
exactly.
posts on Facebook.
Mr. Willie, you're holding up a final call from 1995, beloved.
Yeah,
Right.
like you don't smile. Like, why you not smiling? Listen, it's Facebook.
Right.
Making a face like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
man,
right.
get a nice picture.
That's right.
Put some nice pictures on there.
That's
And
right.
every once in a while, share a little something about yourself, which is like, oh, I enjoyed the lecture with Brother Minister Ishmael last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, look nice. And then when you go to these, when you step out and go to the mosque, when you step out and go to the socials, when you go to different cities, when you go to the mosque, go looking good.
Go looking fly and smelling good. And
Can't come
smelling
there
good.
the suit jacket, the arm almost to your knuckles,
Right.
pants baggy, bow tie all dingy.
Mr. Willie, I think Sister Katina is gonna post that very quote on Facebook somewhere.
Right.
Sisters, come on, sisters with the garments. Like, come on, like what?
That's
come
right.
on, what we doing?
That's right.
With a flash that, with a sauce, with a
Where's the sauce?
come
And the
on.
flash and the sauce.
Where's the
Saying, like,
onion?
listen, we shouldn't base it on visual stuff, but that's one of the first things. The first thing be like, she looks good.
Right.
He looks good. Come on, man, get your hair cut.
Come on now.
Go put the Malcolm X suit away, brother. Don't do the lime green suit. Come on. Man, go take an extra $100 or whatever. Go get your suit tailored a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take
Talk
care
to
of
some
yourself.
people.
That's right.
Sisters, come on now. Come on, sisters.
Wait a minute.
The rap that you got on, you got a rap, you got the fake Louis Vuitton print. We know Louis Vuitton don't make that.
No.
I need a fashion.
Right. Right. Sister Yolanda said, curb pics, keep it Muslim.
Oh boy.
Curve pics, keep it Muslim. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when we were in remember when we were in Jacksonville? I said, go to your page.
Yes, I love that.
I was asking the brothers, like, what do you know about her?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Man,
No
y'all
personal nothing on there. She apparently likes going to the mosque. That's about it. She only has mosque stuff on here.
Come on,
That's
like,
right.
yo. Come
That's
on,
right.
man. Like, come on, people. Come on. We gotta, you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excellent. That was excellent.
Praises be to
Did we
Allah.
just lose to Mr. Willie?
Oh, yeah, he
No.
went into the
Yeah.
Matrix.
Oh, wait. Yeah. He's coming back. That was a mic drop moment. He needed a minute.
Oh,
Oh, Allah.
And when he comes back, we're gonna ask him for part 2.
We
we
left.
gotta ask him for part
We gotta have a part 2.
Yes. Yes.
We
We left the Wi-Fi away in this place.
I don't even know. Did we get through all our questions? This was so
Yeah.
good.
We got through all the
got a whole lot of
questions.
I'm
more.
back.
He's
Look,
back.
we did so much laughing it affected your Wi-Fi.
No, I put my phone on do not disturb. Somebody calling me. I don't know how that's happening.
Oh,
But yeah.
Listen,
They
Minister
was just giving you
Willie.
big ups
What's
because you
up?
did a good job.
We have to have a part 2.
Listen, let
Yes.
me know. Listen, I love this. This gives this
Yes.
like Red Bull. This
Please
gives
do
me
a part
wings.
2.
Yeah, let's
Love it.
listen.
Thank you.
Let's do it, man.
Thank
Let's
you
do
for
it.
this.
Listen.
Yes, because I keep in mind this is a series, Minister Willie.
Yeah.
So you are definitely a part of the series. And
Praise
listen,
be
when
to
we were
Allah.
doing, who we need, to really make this, series spark.
Yeah.
Your name was one of the first
Praise
names
be
that
to Allah.
came
That's right.
up on the list because again,
Amen.
you're not only you are a very well-spoken minister, but
Praise
you
be to
also
Allah.
you're so real and
Yeah.
you're so
Yeah.
it's not no fluff.
Listen,
You have a lot of things that and I'm not
No, I
shawning
get-
on any other
You know,
no,
minister.
I understand.
I'm just
Listen.
because you can have those conversations and you can have those meaningful conversations and just be real and have
Yeah.
and be
Right.
humonious, but also say, hey, sister, that picture don't look good.
Yeah,
Brother,
Let's just
put
keep
that
it
zoot
real.
suit away.
Come on.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Get it. Man, get it. Like, come on, man. You got hair all out your nose, man. Come on, man.
Right. Oh no!
Out here
not
talking
the hair
about
to nose.
out here talking about the sisters' weight. Have you looked at yourself
Have you
lately?
looked at
Uh-oh.
yourself?
That part, teach.
Come on, man. Like sisters don't want brothers overweight too. Like, come
Right.
on.
Exactly.
What you talking about?
Gotta eat to
Gotta
live.
get that. Gotta
It's
get
for
in.
everybody.
All right now. So listen, I know we about to wrap up.
Yes.
What's going on, brother Mark, brother Tony, sister Katrina? How y'all what's going on? Y'all still like on the mark, not on the market, but y'all open for courtship?
Oh, I gotta go somewhere for a moment. Hold up.
Oh,
I am
I'm
open for
still-
courtship.
I'm
Yes,
still
yes,
open
yes,
for.
yes.
I'm
That-
available.
My answer is yes.
I'm in the process. I'm trying to.
All right, brother Mark.
wait,
I'm
It's
trying
a
to,
yes or no
trying to
question,
get a,
Brother
I'm
Mark.
trying to get a. I'm
It's
trying
a
to get an
yes and no question. All that.
My,
Yeah, he put a whole lot
my
of-
answer is
That was
emphatically
a
yes,
lot of
brother
talking.
Mark.
I'm available.
It's a yes or no, brother Mark.
brother Mark, you got a job?
I do.
You have a house?
I'm in one.
You stay by yourself. You have brother Tony, you have a job?
Absolutely. I have three of them.
You stay on your own?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a child.
You have a child.
I have three children, but one stays with me from time
One
to time.
stays with you. Okay. Single father.
Yes, sir.
Sister Katrina, are you looking for a brother that makes 6 figures? Like, what are you?
7.
Give me one or two little qualities. What you looking for? What you looking for?
A brother who's willing to live in Chicago. That's for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Definitely someone who is a passionate believer.
Okay.
Active. That's very important to me. Believe in the teachings. We need to be going in the same direction. And he
Okay.
can have his own business, or he could be a 6-figure brother or a 5-figure
Okay.
brother. The main thing is someone who is a good person, a good-hearted person, a kind person, a charitable person,
Okay.
a loving person,
A giver.
a real person, a down-to-earth person, and someone who's supportive. Because I am getting ready to go back to school. So, I need someone to be okay with that and not in their feelings like, oh, you get more education. Oh, God, because I have met some people like that.
What's your age range? What's your age range?
In the 50s. In the 50s. I'll say that.
What's the low? 50 is the lowest, or that's the highest?
50 is the lowest.
Okay.
And 59 is the highest.
Okay.
In the 50s.
All right.
Literally.
In the 50s. Brother Mark, what's your age range?
I would say from the 40s to the 50s.
40 to the 50. Brother Tony, what's yours?
40s, 50s, the lowest probably upper 30s.
Okay, all right. And top 2 quality, what you looking for? Top 2 things. You heard Sister Katrina, she came out with it.
Yeah.
Brother Tony, what 2
Top
qualities you
2
looking
qualities.
Educated and very understanding.
for? Okay, Brother Mark.
Yeah, I would say understanding and spiritual.
Understanding and spiritual. Okay, all right. I just had to ask those questions, you know.
There you go.
Love that.
I don't know who's
student
watching
minister.
this. I don't know who's watching this in London, all over. We have 3. They are single.
That's right. He was like, they are single.
He's here
clear.
marketing us on
Yeah, there's nothing on this left hand
media.
here.
There we go. They single.
Here we go.
But you know what, Mr. Willie?
What's up?
You have, with all the work that you do for our nation on this level, I'm going to say that you have a beautiful heart, beloved.
Praise be to Allah.
Because you love for your brothers and sisters what you love for yourself.
I'm striving.
Right.
And you demonstrate that in the work that you do.
I'm striving too, man.
We're, beloved, you don't get rich off of this.
Oh, sure don't.
No.
So sure don't.
You do something. You love it.
Believe it, it costs me.
Yes, sir.
We're very grateful to Allah.
Man, thanks. So when y'all want to do a part 2, let me know, man. I'm always willing to serve.
Will do.
So
Thank
before
you.
we close it out, can we do 1 or 2 of Make It Plain and then we close it out?
Yeah,
Okay.
but can we close it out with this first?
Let's close it out with this first.
Yes. Let's
Beloved
do that.
family, if you have enjoyed this program here tonight, if you have benefited from this program or any of our previous programs, beloved family, we need your support. We don't receive grants from anyone, nor do we want any government grants or anything of that nature. We want to service our people uninhibited.
That's right.
We do not want to be hindered in any type of way to deliver life-giving truth. In order to do that, the platform that we use, they don't tell us, oh, you are also nice. You're about saving lives. We're just going to give you this streaming platform for free. It don't work like that. We need your support, and right now, we need unity like never before. If you could make any kind of donation, it does not have to be a large amount, although we will not refuse a large amount, but any amount will do. Any amount, a couple of dollars, $5, $10, any amount would be good. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. May Allah continue to bless you all and your families.
Praise be to Allah.
All right. So we have 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Real quick. It's something we all just went to. We had a lot of fun.
Savior's Day.
So bingo. Savior's Day. Good job.
Rack it up.
So they have to tune in for part 2 to hear some more of these. Or just go ahead and order it from our brother. Make it plain.
Right. Reach out to student
You're
Minister
set.
Willie Muhammad.
Yes. Minister Willie, share your platform.
My 46 AV on YouTube, brother_Willie on Instagram, Willie Muhammad on Facebook, and Sundays at 1 p.m. I have a testimony. And you can go to Amazon, type in Willie Muhammad books, and you'll get the books.
Oh yeah,
Praise
and it's a lot of them.
Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Special shout out to Closing the Gap.
Yes, shout out, closing the gap.
Closing the gap.
Shout out to Closing the Gap.
Thank you, Student Minister Willie. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you all.
This was excellent.
All right. And we leave you as we came in the greeting beautiful words of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum, Happy Savior's Day, and Ramadan Mubarak. Go and get you something to eat.
Kareem.
We need a Ramadan Mubarak right now.